facing internet issues. That is why
She
she's
asked
not.
me for the recording, so I did not download it. So I told her once I'm free, I will share with her.
It is there on the Skype, right?
Yeah, Skype is also not working, it seems. Yesterday night she messaged.
Okay, no problem. Identify element using index and the constraint index. Okay, so we'll try to cover this. So yeah, first of all about the weight. Okay, so what is the weight and how many types of weight we have? Okay, what is the use of that? Okay, before that, just one thing I want to cover is uh, like the types of repository. Okay, because this has been asked to you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so in the project, so have you created your own repository in your machine? You're using the Tosca or not?
Own repository. No, sir, means I have used Tosca, like my first classes, second classes is there, na? That I have tried to create a login, a scanning application. By scanning the application, have created a login page.
No, about the workspace.
No, I did
You
not
have not
use.
created. Okay, so this is the first step of going with the Tosca. Just a second. Huh?
Okay.
So to create the workspace, we go with the new while this page opens. Okay, we will not going to use
Yes,
the first steps. Okay,
yes,
the
this I have created.
this
Yes.
you have created, right? So this is
Yes.
what the repository is. Okay, so he was asking about what types of repository you have and you will going to use.
Mm.
Okay, so you can see this is these many types of repository. The one is like the two type. The one is the local one, and the second is common repository.
Mm.
Local means you are working on your local system, okay, and you are using it. You are using that particular workspace, and you are working on your local system, okay. And the second one is the common repository where you use the different types of database, which can be the SQLite, Oracle, MS SQL Server, DB2, and now they have introduced the Tosca server, okay, also as a common repository if you are using it. Okay, so these many types of common repository we can create, which will be created in the database where everybody can access that particular workspace and work on it. Okay, let's say you are using singly on your team, so you have created the workspace. So whatever you will going to execute, you will going to execute on your machine only. Okay, but
Mm.
for the common repository, you are working with your team. Okay, and uh, every team member is has access of this particular repository. Okay, they can update, they can make the changes whatever you are using, okay, whatever on which you are working. Okay, so let's say some team is working on the modules part, okay, and you are working on the test case creation part, so you can work together uh, parallelly on the common repository. Okay, so by these ways you can create the common repository, the SQLite. So the main purpose of the common repository is everybody should has the access of this, right? So how everybody should has access? Let's say this is the SQLite repository you are creating. It is nothing but a file, common file, okay, a database file which creates, and we need to put it on the shared drive. Let's say, okay, shared drive, the SharePoint, okay, wherever everybody can access that particular thing, right?
Yeah.
So that they whatever they make changes will going to upload and on that particular repository, and you can access it and you can update the changes. You can take the update of those changes, right? So by these many ways you can create the common repository. So this is about the common repository, okay, and the local repository. Then you create your workspace name. You will give any name. You use the workspace template, okay, which will use the standard modules and the package of the standard modules automatically created with this particular workspace. right? So
Okay.
this is how you will create the common and the local repository. So this is, I have already created it. Okay, and the standard modules is already I have included in my package, so it is there. Okay, so now let's go with the weights. So the explicit weight is, okay, you are waiting for an element to appear. Okay, so I told you you are using the implicit weight. Why you use the implicit weight? Can you please tell me? And what is that? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is implicit weight? What we have covered in the last class.
Just we want to wait a particular screen or something. So in that case, we will be using implicit wait.
For the particular screen only. So like what is the implicit weight? So what you are doing in the implicit weight?
We are making an application to stay for few seconds,
Okay, and what will be the unit of the seconds?
milliseconds. It will be
Okay, and how you use the implicit weight?
by checking, taking from the T box. Uh, we will take a T box weight and mentioning the duration.
Okay, so see, I have mentioned this implicit and explicit weight here. Okay, so we are waiting. The implicit weight means we are implicitly waiting for some element or for some page to appear, right? Implicitly is in the very layman term, it is forcefully we are waiting. Okay, we are waiting for five seconds, let's say, for the other element to appear on the page. Okay, let's say this is I am clicking on the login. Okay, and I am waiting for this login to appear. Okay, so this is my system under test. Okay, so I'm clicking on the login. Let's say my internet is slow, and I am verifying if this login is appeared or not. Okay, it can happen, right? Let's say I am opening any page. Okay, let's say this. So it is loading. You can see it is loading. It is not yet loaded fully. Okay, it is still loading. Some of the elements are still loading. Okay, so it depends like the time it takes for the loading. We are forcefully waiting for the particular application to wait for some time. Let's say don't execute this. Okay, don't execute this particular login and wait for the login. Use the tbox wait only. Okay, so this element is no matter what. Okay, if the element is coming, not coming, nothing related to anything. Okay, you are just executing this tbox wait. It takes 5 seconds to execute. Okay, so we are just waiting for 5 seconds, right? So this is what the implicit wait is. So to avoid this, okay, to avoid this particular way, let's say you are using the 5 seconds in one test case, okay, for the 10 times. So it is like the 50 seconds. Okay, so the 50 seconds you are using in the 100 test cases. So how many seconds you have waited? Okay,
Time.
5,000.
Yes.
Okay, so 5,000 seconds you are waiting just like this. Okay, and it is not required. Okay, let's say in the 5,000 seconds the 3000 seconds are just like this. Okay, you are not actually waiting for the element to appear. Element is already appeared on the screen.
Mm.
Okay, so this is not the optimized way, and this is not the best way to develop the application who works like this slow. Okay, even if this is like you are creating, you are waiting for something. Okay, you cannot forcefully wait for something, right? So in this particular procedure, we use the explicit wait. Okay. So I showed you the difference. Like this is the login. This we are waiting for the 5 second to appear, and when the this login appears, it will say this exists. This particular element exists is true or not.
Mm.
Okay. So let's execute this and see how much time it will take. This implicit wait. So element is already there on the page, but it is waiting because we are forcefully waiting for the element to appear. Okay, which is not required. So it is taking 11 seconds to execute this particular test case. Okay, now the same time, what is the explicit wait is the use of the wait on. Okay, the wait on is the maximum duration of time it will wait till the element appears. Getting my point?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so as soon as the login appears on the page, it will just execute that and it will give us the result. Okay, and the maximum time we will see today how to set the maximum time and how to set the time where we can set the maximum time of the wait on.
Mm.
Okay, so you see here the same step I'm executing. Okay, clicking on the login and waiting for this to appear using the action mode wait on. Okay,
Yes.
which is true. So you see only 5 seconds. Okay, so
Yes.
our 5 seconds are just the waste of time. Got
Yes.
it? So
Yes.
this is the place like you are waiting for some element to appear. You can use the wait on instead of the implicit wait. You can use the explicit wait as the wait on. So now the question comes, where you will going to use the implicit wait, because this will resolve everything. Okay, like appearing on the element and everything. So what do you think? Where we can use the implicit wait, which is the best possible way?
Best possible way is the weight on we will be using. But
Yes.
if
So
to check a
we
particular screen, we have to use implicit weight.
what you're saying?
Best possible way is using weight on. If we, by using implicit weight also, if you want to check particular in a whole application, if you want to check a particular screen, so in that case, we should use implicit weight only, na, sir.
Yes. So can you please tell me what can be the place where we use the implicit wait? Because it's wait on is working for us everywhere till now.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think is the best way where we can use the implicit wait also? So like closing the application. Okay. This is the application. Okay. For one page to another page, we are waiting for some element to appear. Right. But what will appear when I close this browser? For which particular element I will wait for after closing the browser? Is there anything after closing the browser?
After closing the browser.
See, this is your demo web shop. Okay.
Yes.
From
Yes.
one page, the register to login you are going, and you are
Yes.
waiting for this element to appear from the
Yes.
login. From the
Yes.
login to shopping cart you are going, and you are waiting for this particular, let's say, update shopping cart is appearing. Okay.
Mm.
So we are waiting for one page to another page. We are waiting for some element to appear. That is why we are using the wait on.
Yes.
Okay. Let's
Yes.
say I am closing the browser. Okay. What will appear after the closing the browser? Nothing will appear.
Nothing will appear.
Right. So when nothing is appear and you are not sure your browser is closed or not, okay, you, because sometimes on the system got hanged, okay, the systems work slow. So in that case, we can use the implicit wait, which is like we are waiting for the 10 seconds maximum so that it will be sure that our browser is closed. Okay, there is no guarantee that it will going to close only. It takes more time. Okay, but at least we are waiting for the 10 seconds. Okay, so that even if the system is slow or whatever it is, it will take the 5 seconds of time to close the system. Okay, so at the end of the test cases, after closing the browser, we can wait for the 5 seconds forcefully by using the implicit wait. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so rest is happening to us. Rest we are able to achieve it using the wait on.
Wait.
Okay, but sometimes some situation occurs where we need to use the T box weight and the implicit weight. Okay, so you need to be aware about this. This is just one situation I told you. You can think of, okay, you just go through with this application. Okay, when you start working on it, okay, you will face different challenges. Okay, which I want you to face. Okay, and then you need to resolve how successfully and best possible way you are able to resolving it. Okay, that only helps you to understand this thing, and you will be able to answer in the best possible way.
Okay.
Right. So this is about the implicit and explicit weight. Now you got it.
Yes.
What is it? So as I told you, we have a maximum amount of time for the wait on. Okay, which needs to be like for the Tosca. Okay, to which time the Tosca will wait. Okay, for the element to appear. After that, it will not wait till infinitely. Okay,
Yes.
so it will not wait for infinite time for the element to appear. It will wait for some time, maximum time. Okay. After that, it will also fail.
Yes.
So where we set that time, okay, which we see in the project, okay, in the settings. Okay, in the T box, in the synchronization, you will see this wait on
Wait
time.
on. Wait on time.
Okay, this is the maximum time the wait on will work. Okay,
Yes.
and you have two times, synchronization timeout and synchronization timeout during wait on. Okay, so this is about the synchronization, I will tell you. So you are waiting for this element to appear, like for 15 seconds you are you are waiting for this element, and then it is passing or failing, right?
Mm.
So what is it about the synchronization timer? Okay, so this is the time. Let's say your application is slow. Okay, you don't need to use the wait. The Tosca will automatically wait for the element to appear for at least 15 seconds, because it is assuming your application is working in that way, so it is taking time to appear. Okay, you are synchronizing the speed of Tosca with the application. Okay, that is what the synchronization timeout is. Okay, so let's set the synchronization timeout during wait on as 20,000 milliseconds, and this is the 15,000 milliseconds to show you the difference. Okay, so let's say we are on this wish list. Okay, and we are verifying the wish list is empty. Okay, So for that, let's scan this page. So you are doing the hands-on, right?
Yes, yes.
What all types of configuration parameter we have?
System defined and user defined configurations.
So you remember this, right?
Ye-
So yes, I will ask you a question. Just a second. We have scanned this using the property as class name. Okay, because it was not unique using the inner text. What I should name this? Hello,
Wishlist page.
but this is just the status. Okay, so this we will going to check in our test case. Okay, I want to verify this as the wish list is empty. Why I am using the inner text in the containers?
To check a particular statement is displaying as expected or not. It
Can I
depends
just
on
put
the
can
variable.
I just put this wish list empty onto this value without using the inner text?
No, whether that value is containing, I mean, that container is having that value or not, we need to verify that.
Yes. So I am using the verification point. Okay. And I'm on the another page. Okay. And using the verification mode. So what let's assume what it is doing. Let's say I am on this page. After the registration, I am going to the wish list
Mm.
and verifying if the wish list is empty or not. Okay. So let's say I'm on this page and I'm verifying it, but my system is slow. It is not yet clicked on this page, wish list.
Okay.
So we will see if, because we are not using any wait on time or anything.
Mm.
So how much time it will wait for this particular verify to appear?
Well, how much seconds we have defined there? That much seconds.
Yes, in the synchronization timeout.
Yes, in
Okay, so I want to show you the difference between the synchronization timeout and synchronization timeout during wait on. Right.
yes,
So the synchronization timeout is we are synchronizing the whole application without even using the waits. Right.
yes,
If you are verifying this, if you are expecting this, it is not coming after a certain time. You see, it waited for only the 15 seconds, which is our synchronization time,
right.
around 14-15 seconds. Yeah.
Mm.
So what if I use the wait on? What it will do? How much time it will wait? The maximum time is
20, yeah.
okay. So it has waited for 15 seconds. What was our synchronization timeout during wait on?
I think 20,000 seconds, I guess we gave.
Yes, so it should wait for the 20 seconds only.
Mm.
So you see, it has waited for 20 milliseconds, right?
Mm.
Let's change the page and see how much it will wait. So for the 15 second it waited, okay, using the wait on. So it means while I'm on this page, okay, I'm verifying something, okay,
Mm.
and it is waiting for this particular 20 seconds to correct this. Okay, I was not using this particular thing. The wish list is empty. Okay, this this I was waiting to complete. So wait on has waited for the 20 seconds to appear this particular text on the page. Okay, and verify is waiting for the 15 seconds only. Okay, so synchronization timeout. So whenever we use the wait on, it will override the synchronization timeout. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the difference of the synchronization timeout and synchronization timeout during wait on. So okay, so synchronization timeout is for the whole application from one tab to second tab we are going. It waited for the application to appear for the 15 seconds by default for each and every page. Okay, if it appears before that, it will verify. But wait on is waiting till the wait on time is set the maximum time we are using it.
Yes.
Okay. And before that, if the element will appear, it will fail. It will pass. Okay.
Oh,
So now the question comes. This is the settings we have saw in the settings of the Tosca. Okay. So what if I want to set those settings on the global level? Okay. Let's
okay.
say my I have designed my system in such a way. I have designed my test case in such a way. It is taking some time to load the application, right?
Mm. Okay.
And you are on leave someday, and I need to execute your test cases.
Okay.
So what I need to do? I need to change the settings on my system also for executing your steps, because you have certain wait on time, you have certain synchronization time. How I should go?
Application itself is having a response time is slowness, huh?
Yes,
Or
application is
normal
has the
system it is slow.
this is a different application you are assume this is your this different application you are using, right? And you
Okay.
want your colleague to execute your test case, okay? Because the in your system you have set your execution time, the synchronization time as 15 seconds, okay, and the 20-second for wait on time, which is working fine for your system, okay.
Yes.
And your colleague just set the 5 second as a synchronization timeout and the 5 second as the wait on time, and he is executing your scripts. So what he needs to change, which will help him to execute your scripts also and his script also, because if he will change the synchronization timer according to your time, might be his application got failed.
Okay.
Okay. So in this case we will use the configuration parameter, which is the system defined configuration parameter on the global level. Okay, these are your test cases, these are your workspace, and you want to set this synchronization timeout and synchronization timeout during wait on. You will use this, and you will create two configuration parameters. Okay, this is which is set as, let's say, the 5 seconds. It should be case, it is a case sensitive.
Case
Okay,
sensitive.
so it should be in the camel case, S should be in capital, time T should be in capital. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this will be for the wait on. Okay, so we will set it as, let's say, 10 seconds only to check if this is working or not. There might be some issues in, let's say, the camel case and what we are using the syntax of this. Okay, so sometimes it does not work, so we need to check with the wait on time how much time it is taking. We have set it as 10 seconds. It is still taking the 20 seconds. Okay, it
Mm.
means this is not correct. Okay, we need to make some changes. Okay, here in the synchronization timeout configuration. So what is it? Synchronize. Okay, so it is synchronize. It is synchronization timeout during wait on. Okay,
Okay.
now let's execute this again. Okay, so it is taking 10 seconds now. Okay, wait on has failed with the 10 seconds. Prox, it is like 1 second up and down. Okay, so it means it is working. Our settings are working now. Okay, so you have set these settings on this global level now on your test case level. So it is now inherited on each of your test case and whatever you will going to add. So whatever the settings you need to make the changes there. Now you don't need to make the changes there. You are using here. So if your colleague is just executing this, it will consider the setting of this only, not his system settings or anything else.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
let's execute. I am just need to verify this once. Yes, it is not on this page. Okay, it is taking the 5 seconds. Right.
Yes. 4.0.
Yes, approx 5 second. Let's use the verify and see how much time it is taking. Okay. The same time, which is the 5 seconds for the verification, it is taking. Right.
Yes.
So just a second. So it is using these settings now as synchronization timeout during wait on, which is 5 seconds and 10 seconds. Okay, you can change it accordingly according to your test case. You got this?
Yes. Yes.
So now you should be able to answer the synchronization policy also and the weights also. So now what we will cover is identify by index. Okay. So the thing is, whatever you are setting on the settings in the Tosca, okay, you should do using the configuration parameter and make it generic for your test cases. Okay, which will make your application robust in any environment, in any application or any other environment. Whenever it will execute, it will take the particular settings only. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this is we have finished it. I'm just not happy with one thing which I need to check. Let's say this is generic. So what I was expecting and what I usually see when I use this wait on time in the synchronization, okay, and we have used the wait on, okay, it overrides the synchronization time. Okay, the synchronization time is 5 seconds only. Okay, and our wait on time is 10 seconds.
Mm.
So even if I'm using this, the wait on time, it should wait for the 10 seconds only, but it is waiting for the 5 seconds only. This is not making me happy
Mm.
because it usually overrides the synchronization timeout. And this is happening every time. Like, I don't know why. It is taking 6 seconds now. Okay, not the 10 seconds. But on this page, when I am on this page, on this, and I'm just doing anything incorrect, it is waiting for the 10 seconds only. Right? So ideally, it should wait for the 10 seconds only, no matter where it is, on this page or not. So I will get back to you on this. Okay, I need to check with the other applications also. So yeah, this is it about. Now let's do with the identify by
Index.
index. Okay. So let's say you have this demo web shop. Okay. You are having this particular add to cart button, which is the same property. It is a button also. Okay. It has the same name. Okay. It has the same color and everything is same, but on different positions on the page.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes it is three here. Sometimes it is two here. Okay. You can see sometimes there is no add to cart. Okay. In the books, we have three add to carts like this. We have the different number of add to carts, but all are looking same and all has the same property, right?
Yes.
So let's scan this. We will get this into the categories. Let's scan this and select the add to cart and add to cart. Okay, so we have three add to cart which are not uniquely
Yep.
identifiable,
Yes.
right? So let's check what all properties we have. So what do you think in these properties we should select? It is already selecting the value. What you will select?
Class.
Okay, let's select the class. This is not making this unique
Unique.
because the second add to cart button has also the same class name. The button
Yes.
to product box like this. Okay, so we
Yes.
don't see any other properties here which is making it unique. Okay, this add to cart. What if you will use the anchor, identify by anchor? Okay, what will happen?
There also it will show add to cart left and right are add to cart only.
Where it is showing?
I mean, if we go by identify by anchor also, it will
Yes,
not be unique.
it will not be unique. So we can let's check
Mm,
if it is not unique or not using anchor. Okay, what
mm.
anchor we want? we need to filter out. So let's take this album, third album, as a anchor for this third album. What do you say?
Total.
Is it unique?
Yeah, it took unique.
Yes, so it is unique using the anchor. Okay.
Mm.
But what is the use, like in this application? This is there is only three products. Okay. In the
Yes.
e-commerce website, there are thousands of products, and every second the new product is adding on the particular e-commerce. So is this the good way?
Every time we can't go by, I mean, selecting music to.
Yes. Every time you cannot bound this particular thing with the anchors,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
So if you bound this, it will limit it to this particular three products only. Let's say I want to use it on another page. This same particular add to cart, I will not be able to use, right?
Three, it's easy.
So
For if more than 10, we need to. It's not good thing.
yes. Okay, so let's check about the identify by index. So this is identify, just it is coming on the index 1, it is on the index 2, and it is on the index 3. Is it good?
I got this question actually in interview as well. If you are having same kind of thing, how you will be doing? Then I said index of. If we are having two, I'll give one or two on which page you wanna go. Like that, I like high level. I told them.
So what you said? What you said? Repeat, please.
They have asked me if there are same kind with the same name on the same page. So how you were identifying that particular element
Yes.
by which which you will use and how you will identify.
Mm-hmm.
First, they told if you use an anchor element, how you will take it.
Okay.
So index element, what is the syntax? I mean,
Okay.
this how we will be using. They asked. They asked.
So what you said?
I said if it is index means like I have gone through this in where some like in where I have seen I don't know, but I like I give index one or two. If we give on the configurations, then it will go to that particular page or particular I mean element. I said two or three, which one you want to select, that one we need to give as a number.
Okay. So now you got it right. So
Ye-
identify by index, we use identify by index and gave the indexing as 1, 2, 3 to the particular element. Okay.
yes.
But let's save this for now. This is identify by index using this. Okay. We are using this identify by index test case. And in this product category, this is what? Digital downloads. Okay. We are using this. Sorry. How you will do? This is product 1. This is product 3. Okay, so let's execute this. It will click on the add to cart 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, so
If
what
we
if the
want to
fourth
go
product
with,
will add?
yeah, if we wanna go with only second add to cart means,
Means you need to click here, second add to cart. Okay, and if we
means
execute
we are
this,
removing the values for cart 1 and 3.
what you're saying?
If in a particular page, if I want to select add to cart to music 2, so
Yes.
in that case we should remove the values again by going to the configurations.
Where? Let me.
Here, I mean,
Where?
here you gave the value as click for add to cart 1.
Yes.
We have removed click buttons for add to cart and add to cart 2.
Okay, like this. You want me to say? You want me to use like this? Add to cart 2.
Hmm.
Okay, and this is add to cart 3.
Okay.
Just a second. This is 2, and this is 3. Like this, you will give. Hello.
Huh.
Yes, like this
In
you will
case
give,
I
right?
want to select a particular, I mean, object, so in that
Ye-
case, we should not give click options for other add to carts, sir.
Yes, yes. We will not give the other add to cart. Let's say I want to select this only. I will select this. But what do you think? What if the fourth product will add? What you will do?
What if the
You,
fourth?
fourth product will add. The same question. Okay, what if the fourth product will add? What you will do? Will you rescan or what?
There is okay. In now, as of now, there are only three cards. So,
Yes, but let's say it has the same property. Okay,
mm,
it has the same property, and I'm making it generic
mm,
using the demo web shop,
yes.
not for the digital downloads, but for everyone. Okay, now my page is on. My page is on this. No, don't go for this. This. Okay, we'll
Mm,
have the 4 add to cart. Okay, 4, 6 add to cart. Okay, so let's click on the second one here also. Is it working or not? We will see. By making it generic, no matter what and where the set to cart is, it is clicking on the second product.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
we are clicking on the second product here. So like that, you have the sixth product, but you have only 3 add to cart. How you
Mm,
will do it? Okay, so this question comes, then we need to check the property what it is using the index. Okay, so in this digital downloads, we will see what property it is using so that we are able to do that, perform also on the other page, not only the digital downloads, we are able to perform on the other page also.
mm,
Okay, so you go here, you see there is a constraint index,
mm,
which is 1 here, which is everything is same, and constraint index is 2.
yes.
Okay, everything is same, the constraint index is 3.
Okay.
So this property is making this particular element to work on the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm,
Right? So what if I delete this? Okay, I deleted this, and let's delete from here also. And this is one. Okay, let's say you want to click on the fourth product. What you will do, you will change it to 4. You can change it. Okay,
Okay.
so let's execute this
Okay.
and see where it will click. Okay, so it is click on the casual gold belt now. Okay, which is the fourth add to cart product.
Okay.
So we have not rescanned it, we have not made any changes, we just saw what property is changing which is making this happen according to the sequence, and we are putting the sequence by our own. Okay, so this sequence we are putting it for the constraint index, where it is, yes, this is the 4 we are putting it. Okay, let's say I want to click on the sixth product now. Okay, I made this change, and I'm not making any changes here, I'm just executing it. Okay, nothing else. Okay, on the sixth add to cart, it is genuine leather handbag, and I clicked and put it on the cart. Okay, so this is about this page. Let's go to another page, the books. Okay, which has some has the add to cart and some has not the add to cart button.
Add to cart.
Okay,
Yes.
so now you tell me which button you want to click.
If you are, if third add to cart, just here we will be giving 3.
Okay, so what we will do, you will just go here and give the constraint index as 3.
3.
Okay, and it is
Okay.
considering every page by using the title.
No, it is a digital downloads.
No,
Yes,
no.
it's a demo web shop ad strict. So it will take.
Yes. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just executing this. I am not, this is my single step what I am executing for each and every page.
Yes.
So you see it is clicked on the add to cart button,
Yes.
health book.
Yes.
Okay. So it means we are able to achieve it using, like, not to go for the index 1, 2, 3, whatever we will put it here, it will click there. Okay, no matter what is the page, because add to cart is similar for all the pages,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So what you think, can you provide this value dynamically to the add to cart, this value? You are changing it right now. Anything you are putting it, you are coming to the module, you will execute it. So this will not going to happen in your test case, right?
Mm.
Let's say in one test case you want to execute and you want to click on the second add to cart, and in
Mm.
some another test case you will need to click on the third add to cart.
Third add to
You
cart.
will not you And it is executing when you are not on your machine. Okay,
Yes.
you have just run on a scratchbook and you just went out.
Yes.
So how this will manage? How we will put this value on the dynamic time so that it will take the particular value according to the particular value we will provide and perform the operation on it.
Okay. So in that case, we will be using dynamic expressions, yes, sir.
Dynamic expression, no.
Dyna.
I am just asking what we have covered only, not what we will going to cover. Okay. So what if I use the buffer? Okay. Let's set a buffer by using the T box buffer. Okay. And use this. tbox set buffer and set it as add to cart.
Add to
Okay, and the number, let's say the 2 for this test case.
Hmm.
Okay, and use this buffer name here in my add to cart.
Okay. Buffer
What?
of buffer of add to cart.
Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm taking the advantage of the sequence. Okay, sequence of the test steps. One sequence is it is setting the buffer just before executing this particular step.
Hmm.
Okay, now I have the two test cases for identify by index. What I'm doing, I am clicking on the second add to cart in one test case, and I'm clicking on the
First.
sixth add to cart on the second test case. Okay, now
Hmm.
what I'm doing, let's go here where we have the six. Okay, we don't have six here, so let's use the one and three here only in this page.
Okay.
Okay, so I am clicking on the first add to cart, and then I'm clicking on the third add to cart. Okay,
Okay.
and I don't want to go here and changes on my module again and again. Let's execute this two test
In the same
cases.
page, huh? You are taking in the same page two cards.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
same page only. Okay, you
Okay.
can change the page also, no issue. Just execute this. It should add the first one and the third one. For the first test case, it is adding the first add to cart, and for the second one, it is adding the third add to cart.
Hmm.
You see here the computing and internet. Both the books are here. Okay, we have added already health book, so it is two, and we have everything. Okay,
Okay.
so by taking the advantage of this particular set buffer, okay, we are setting the buffer at the runtime. Okay, which add to cart I need to click. Okay, so let's say now the same operation of the digital downloads, we have this add to cart button. Okay, we have the this particular step. Okay, this three test cases I have, let's say. Okay, so one is clicking on the first, second is on the second. Okay, I am not changing this step, which were using the three add to cart button before, right? You said like the second one you want to click, so you need to click the second, and rest one and third is remain unblank. Okay, so now I am just changing the value in my buffer, okay, which is 1 to 3, and I'm executing it. It has not executed the second test case or what?
Hmm. It took 193.
Because we have the 3 here also. Okay, so it should add the 2 music 2, which is correct. Okay, according to our test case, we have not set the 2 here. Okay, if you set 2, the 2 will execute. So this is how, by using the constraint index, by using the property, it doesn't mean that we cannot change the property. So what we are doing, we are setting the buffer. It is going here, okay, in the Tosca. On the Tosca level, the buffer is setting just before this test case. Okay, my add to cart. Okay, and what I'm doing, I'm just setting this because this is on my Tosca level. I can use it anywhere. I'm setting it on my module level and changing my property on the runtime.
Hmm.
Okay, by putting this, whatever the buffer we are putting here in this case, I'm putting it here and I'm using it, which is clicking on the different add to cart I want to execute.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yes.
so this is how I have made my module more compact, more optimized, and reusable. Not only for the digital downloads, because I have the add to cart here, I can use it for any page. The
Any other?
same, right? So if
Yes.
you bound, like if you use the anchor, firstly, it is not possible to add the anchor for the
Yes.
thousand of products. Okay, right now you just need to put the 1,000 here, and it will work even for the 1,000 test cases, 1,000 products, right?
Yes.
So this is how you can use the identify by index, and in the better way of using it using the buffer. Okay, so the constraint index is the property behind the identify by index, which is changing and which is setting the value and making that unique.
Means constraint index will be used only with the index identified by index property. Yes, sir.
Yes, so it is not like that. Okay, let's say you want to you want to make this register unique. Okay,
Mm.
it is only one on the
Yes.
page. Okay, and it will come as the index one only. Okay,
Mm.
so let's see on the home page. If I scan this, this is the register. Okay, this is unique right now using the inner text. I am not using the inner text. I am just setting it as identify by index. So you can see the index of this register is 2 out of the 73 links.
73 links. Mm.
Yes. Okay. So let's not use this. I am just using the link which is not unique. Okay.
Mm.
I am just using the link, and just a second, let me save this. So it is not necessary to use this identify by index and property there from there only. What you will do, you see in the product categories in the add to cart, this is coming as a parameter constraint index. Okay, just use this property and put it here. Right click on this particular link. Okay, right click and add this configuration parameter.
Mm.
Okay, configuration parameter as constraint index, and you know it is has the index as 2. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
now I'm using this into my test case. Okay, and what I'm doing, I'm just clicking here.
Okay.
I have not scanned it, use that. I have just put this the whole thing manually. Okay, it is going and clicking on the register. Got it?
Yes.
So let's say this is about the register. Okay, and make it generic as the link. Okay, now change the constraint index as 3.
Okay.
Okay,
It
and
will
see where
the
it
link.
will it should click on the login.
Login. Yes.
Okay, if the sequence of login is 3 only, it will not click on the register. It's failing. Do we have any properties like this or not? No matching tab was found. It means Okay, hello.
Yes, yes.
So it is clicking on the login. So I am not using any other property. I just created one property constraint index, and using the sequence, I am clicking on different elements. But you don't know the sequence of the element, the whole page. That's why we need to make it unique using the other properties. But for the same element which has the same property, okay, because this is not unique on the whole page, this has the same property add to cart, so that we have used the constraint index here.
Yes.
Okay,
The
so
same
constraint,
name, same elements in the same behavior, then we will go
yes,
index.
yes. So now I want you to use this, okay, add to cart. Just define it as a identify by index. Okay, use the constraint index and make this unique. It
Oh,
should work on each and every page,
every page, yes.
right? So
Yes,
this is how. So constraint index actually the configuration parameter behind the identify by index method.
yes,
Okay, this is how it is working.
yes.
Okay,
Okay, okay.
so yeah, I think Rohini, this is it for today. Okay, try this out. Be on the same page. I would
Yes,
request you again and again. Like if you will practice, then it will help me and you, both of them.
yes, yes.
Okay, try
I'll,
all the weights. Okay, try all the weights, implicit, explicit. Okay, try this combination. If I'm using is what is happening while using the weight on what is happening while using the verify. We're using the synchronization timeout. Okay, change it using the configuration parameter. Okay, use the configuration parameter for the URLs. Everything what we have covered till now, make a
yes,
test case out of it.
yes, yes. I'll do
Okay,
that. Yes.
so any queries till now?
No, no, sir.
Okay, okay, and Rohini, thank you so much. This we will sit 9 a.m. tomorrow. Okay,
Okay,
so yeah, please
okay,
be
sir.
there.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Thank you. Bye bye. Good day.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.